Rosy Hardy here. This is the time of year when people start thinking about winter gardens, things that are going to flower in early spring. Now, if you want them to look good, you've got to start thinking about planting now. Late autumn planting of containerized plants such as hellebores to give you winter flower, winter evergreen leaf is a really, really good thing. This beauty here is a fabulous one, which is just naturally starting to come into flower. It's Helleborus Walberton's Rosemary. This is the first of the crosses between Helleborus niger and Helleborus hybridus. Now you have Helleborus niger, known as the Christmas rose. You have Helleborus hybridus, known as the Lenten rose. One flowering before Christmas, one flowering after Christmas. If you have progeny from both of those, it is going to be sterile to start off with, so it's not going to seed around. The other thing is that it is going to flower for that whole extended period. So this is starting to flower now, end of October, beginning of November. Beautiful strong leaf, good clump former, sterile, so therefore it's not going to seed anywhere, it's not going to drop seedlings inside itself, and you're not going to have this problem of reversion of different types. Really, really great long flowering season right the way through till probably April. It has to be one of the longest season ones there is out there. And the other thing with being a cross between Helleborus niger and Helleborus hybridus is that when its flowers open, they look at you. They aren't nodding and being really shy. They've been bred to look at you, which is great, and that is fabulous. The other thing with the two parents that it has, one parent, niger, likes to be in a sunnier position, drier soils. Hybridus likes to be a woodland sort of condition with a much richer soil. Therefore, its progeny will go in either of those situations, making it a very easy plant to place in the garden. Can be container grown if you want to. And probably once the plant has got to being about 3 or 4 years old, you can take some small side splits off it. Okay, Helleborus Walberton's Rosemary. There are a lot of different varieties of hellebores out there. A lot of breeding has been done on them. There are series of them, and there are ones which have been bred to flower for longer. This is a really good one. This is Helleborus hybridus Viv, and this has beautiful strong purple flowers, and you can see the amount of bud that is on here. And this is the start of its flowering. It's a shorter flowering season than Walberton's Rosemary, but it's still going to flower for a reasonable length of time. Has good foliage, makes a reasonable size clump, going to get to somewhere between 35 and 40 centimeters high when it has come up through. It is one that holds its heads up, so that is always very, very nice, but a lot of flower. It's a free blooming form, and it just keeps on going really nicely. Now this is one more for the shade. So it wants to go into a semi-shady position and then into reasonable soil, something that has got a little bit more humus in it. So that means organic matter, your garden compost, etc. And it will just flower away nicely. One of the newer varieties that has been brought out, and it is virus free. So it is a good form for the garden. With the hellebores, you can have single flowered varieties or double flowered varieties. This is part of the Magic series, and the Magic series have these beautiful double flowers like so. And can you see the spots inside there? It's a lovely yellow with these lovely red spots all in the throat of it. Really, really super. Now, the one thing to say with the double flowered forms is you don't get as much flower on all of the plants, but each individual flower is large, lasts a long time, and is really, really good for the garden. Now, being a soft yellow like this, and with these lovely spotting in there, it's great for a shady spot. So this is Magic Yellow. Beautiful plant. With the hellebores so far, I've told you about Helleborus orientalis, which is now hybridus. I've also talked to you about Helleborus niger. Now, not only are they growing in different areas, they also have leaf shape, which is slightly different. So this leaf here is off Helleborus niger, and it is really quite a lovely, deep, quite a solid leaf. That one is the one that likes to be in a sunnier position. This is what most people think of as a hellebore leaf. This one is the Helleborus orientalis, hybridus, and it has serrated edges to it, and it's much more open, although they still have the same format in that the bottom two sectors are 3 leaves and you have a single in the top there. I'll just show you that with the niger. You can see it's got jointed bottom 2 and a single at the top. So they're still the similar leaf shape, but they're slightly different. Helleborus niger, this one is Mont Blanc. As you can see, the leaves are much more leathery, much more dark green, really good mat of them. This one is got masses and masses of bud stems sitting in the bottom here, waiting to come up. They will all come above the foliage here and just be beautiful, big white flowers right at the top, and it's a really great plant. So this is one which will go in a sunnier position, it will go in a drier soil, and it will flower right the way through the Christmas period, which is why it's known as the Christmas rose. So Helleborus niger, Mont Blanc, good new variety, free flowering, really excellent form.